This is Women's Art History. This past week, we didn't just study women artists. We examined how they redefined the fine arts. Because fine art is not static, it is constantly evolving through disruption. Let's look at how Artemisia Gentileschi redefined narrative painting. In a Baroque era dominated by male interpretations of biblical stories, she repositioned women as psychological and physical agents of power. She shifted the fine art tradition of history painting by altering who holds authority inside the frame. We then shifted our conversation to Hilma of Klint, who redefined abstraction. Before it became formally recognized in modernism, she proved that fine art could visualize spiritual, scientific, and metaphysical systems. She expanded painting beyond representation and into philosophy. We then met Amrita Sher-Gil, who redefined modernism through cultural synthesis. She merged European academic technique with Indian subject matter, proving that modern art did not belong to just one geography. She repositioned fine art as a globally constructed, not Eurocentric ecosystem. Then came Tarsila do Amaral, who flipped it and reversed it by redefining national identity within modern art. Through the anthropophagic movement, she argued that influence could be absorbed and transformed. Fine art in her hands became an act of cultural self-determination. Then we met Bisa Butler, who redefined medium hierarchy. By elevating quilting, historically categorized as a craft, into a museum-scale portraiture, she challenged the rigid boundary between fine art and domestic art. She expanded what materials are worthy of institutional recognition. Georgia O'Keeffe redefined scale and perception. By magnifying natural form, she altered how viewers engage with space, abstraction, and intimacy within a painting. She asserted autonomy over interpretation, shifting control back to the artist. Across all of these artists, we see something consistent. They did not simply participate in fine art. They reshaped its boundaries. They questioned who created and what materials qualified, whose stories were essential, and how identity informed aesthetics. Fine art is often described as oil on canvas, sculpture, or architecture, but this week reminds us of this. Fine art is also authorship. It is medium disruption. It is cultural reclamation. And when we reinsert these women into the canon, we don't just add names, we correct the definition. The story continues, and every untold one just defines a new dimension. Tune in next week as we continue into the theater and film category. Why? Because history is only lost when we stop telling it. Until then, bye babes.